And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the historical McConnell House. It's actually historic McConnell House in the northern end of downtown Wharton, Kentucky, internationally known McConnell House. Our thanks to Bub Matheny and the board for providing us this space. And we're here most weeks, unless we go on location like we did last week. And our very special guest today is one of my favorite all-time people, Dr. Amy Bess. She's a veterinarian. Is it ER or is it veterinarian?
Yeah, veterinarian.
Veterinarian. Okay, I never could spell it, so now at least I know how to say it. And of course, she'll be with us today. We'll have a music interlude from Stanley Stark. I get asked regularly to replay My Way, so we'll have it about halfway through the interview, and then we'll come back and finish up with Dr. Bess. Anyway, we'll be back in a couple minutes. We thank you for joining us here on the OLBH Greenup Beacon Media Network.
The reason why I love the chiropractor is when I first come in, I go get on a rolling chair. It has little rollers and you lay down and it does them in your sore spots, upper and lower back. And when I get and there's sticky things that they put on your back. They feel so good because you feel a little tingle and it feels good. And after your first time, it's your best friend. The thing I love about being at Dr. Whitaker's office when he pops me and cracks me is when after he pops me in my sore spots and it feels great.
Welcome to Bellefonte Animal Clinic. Dr. Amy Bess is a licensed veterinarian treating dogs, cats, and other small animals. Your pet's health and well-being are very important, and Dr. Bess and staff will take every step to give your pet the best possible care. Bellefonte Animal Clinic is a full-service animal clinic and will take routine wellness cases as well as medical, surgical, and dental issues. Dr. Amy Bess, Bellefonte Animal Clinic, 1500 Kenwood Drive, Russell. Call 606-836-9933.
Our emphasis has always been on first-name friendly service with a hometown touch. We know you, and you know us. Hometown people helping each other grow. We're here to serve all your banking needs. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for the opportunities it holds for growth, learning, and enjoyment, and for the time to share with others. I pray for peace and joy in mind, body and spirit, and for the hope of this day. In your name, amen.
The best way I can introduce this lady is she is mother of Katie Bess. That's Katie's mom, right?
That's right, and Katie's mom.
That's Katie's mom.
Yeah.
Dr. Bess has a clinic on the bottom of what I call Bellefonte Hill, behind the AAA, and she's one of many area veterinarians. And Dr. Bess, which I'll revert to calling you Amy here in a minute, but tell us a little bit about you, where you're from in life, where you went to high school and college, etc.
That's easy. I'm from Huntington, originally, from there. And
God bless the Mountaineer State. I was born right there at St. Mary's.
Well, actually, I was born across the river here in Ashland.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with you.
I'm sorry. That's King's Daughters.
I understand.
But I went to Huntington High School back when we were the Pony Express.
That's on what? 5th Avenue or no? 5th Street?
8th
Street.
It's on 8th Street, 8th Avenue.
Right
there on the corner, the old Huntington High building.
I know. You're old. So
see
she's not really old. I'm the old one. Go ahead.
But that was a long time ago. And then
you got it. I'd say you graduated in 1986.
87.
87.
How
good can a man be?
Now you're making me really. You're not supposed to ask a lady her age,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, and even though I grew up in Huntington and I still bleed green, do you know that I got my Bachelor of Science from WVU? So don't hold that against me.
Hey, listen, I like them both.
Okay.
I like them both.
Right. But we get Marshall season tickets, so we're still very much Marshall.
Well, when the kids don't want to go, you know my number. You just call me. I'll go with you.
All right.
Okay.
And then from WVU, I got my Doctor of Veterinary Medicine degree at University of Georgia.
So you're a bulldog and a herd
That's it.
and a mountaineer.
And a mountaineer all rolled
so you
into
just
one.
take your
and-
bulldog out and shoot the herd. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
So when you finished your degree in
I
veterinary
was
science, where did you begin?
Well, I was 24 when I got that veterinary degree.
So that was 2
and-
years ago, right?
Yeah, it's a couple years ago.
Right.
And from there, I was working with Bill Fling who owned Bellefonte at the time.
Right.
And he up and said, I'm moving to California. You want to buy my practice?
You said yes.
And I said, yes, absolutely. I never dreamed I'd own my own practice within a year of graduation. But in the spring of '95, I took over down there, and I've been there ever since. And I've had the same crew, just about the same
Right.
staff since then. Yeah.
So now you have 2 children, you told me?
2, yes. Riley is 19. He just finished his first year at Shawnee. And Katie is finishing her junior year at Russell.
And so she'll be a senior next year, and
She'll
then
be
you
a
can
senior.
have tears all over again, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. They keep me
Now,
so busy.
does Riley stay at home?
Yes, he stays at home, and he can.
So
be-
you still got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mom's got the checkbook, and Riley, I appreciate that
That's
concept.
it. That's
I
it.
really
You know
do.
it.
I'm telling you, I'm so impressed with my hair today. Usually it looks like a knot laying up
I
there.
said we look like we're brother and sister.
Yeah, we
I think
do.
so, yeah.
Yeah, and I love it when my kids text me during the show and they'll say something like, "What's that on your nose, Dad?" Gee whiz.
Leave it to the kids.
Yeah, they don't
That's
miss.
it, that's it.
I'll be back with Amy Best in a minute. We're going to talk about dogs and cats and horses. And
No
horses.
no horses.
Do you do snakes?
No.
You do dogs and cats and
Dogs
birds?
and cats. No birds.
No birds. Dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats. Some ferrets. Some rabbits. That sort of thing.
Some little stuff.
Yeah.
I think MJ does big stuff. She not horses. I don't think. I think she would, but she likes those snakes and bats and all. No, I don't
send
want.
them all
I
to
don't want.
her.
I don't want
It's fine.
anything that's going to stick in my hair. I'll tell you that right now because it does look so good today. I'll be back with Dr. Best in a minute on the OLBH Greenup Beacon Media Network.
Sungate Alpaca Company to experience the vibrant cultural heritage of South America and discover the extraordinary luxury fabric called alpaca. Wrap yourself in a stylish alpaca scarf, transform your living room by adding texture and color with a hand-loomed alpaca throw blanket, and add a little extra warmth and cozy fashion with an alpaca hat and matching gloves. Visit sungatealpaca.com for all your alpaca needs. Find us on Facebook for special deals and inventory updates. Shop Sungate Alpaca.
Stultz Pharmacy is now offering patients compounding for their prescription needs. Stultz Pharmacy is the only pharmacy in the area PCCA certified. We can provide you with hormone replacement, neuropathy creams, scar creams, pediatric prescriptions, and we can even help you with your veterinarian needs. If you have any questions, please call 606-834-1052. That's 834-1052. Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup, Flatwoods, and Wheelersburg. More than you expect from a pharmacy.
Stultz Pharmacy.
I go to Ashland Community and Technical College.
Because it's so close.
I go.
For the small class sizes.
I go
Because I can transfer my credits. I go because
I can take classes when it works for me.
I go to get a better job.
I go for some of Kentucky's most affordable tuition.
I go because it's crazy not to.
For all the right reasons. Ashland Community and Technical College. Higher education begins here.
Around the corner or around the world with the Greenup Beacon.
Well, we're back. First of all, I have to say hello to Jordan Ryan, our perpetual viewer over in Peoples, Ohio. Jordan is a very special friend we have, and he messages me often. I've been having trouble with a radio station, and he'll send me and he'll say, "Do you know the radio station's not working?" Yes, I know. But unfortunately, he does keep me on the ball, and that's a good thing because the fact that he texts me at 4 o'clock in the morning keeps me on my
There you
toes.
go.
He does.
Yeah, that's it.
So, Jordan, I hope you're enjoying this weather. Put the windows up a little bit, buddy. Amy, we're not going to talk about horses, snakes, or bats. You say MJ can have all those. But why don't you tell me a little bit about you handle what the animals you said earlier. So let's start out now. We're starting to move into warm weather.
Okay.
What are precautions we need to take for our animals that come and go in and out?
Okay. Well, if an animal is going to be an outside animal primarily, say you go to work and you leave him outside in the yard during the day, make sure he's got shade somewhere, and a big old water bowl. Even fill it with some ice too. So we've got to have shade and we've got to have water.
Water that's not boiling from the sun.
Absolutely. Don't stick it out in the sun. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Your short-nosed dogs, like your bulldogs, your Boston Terriers, your pugs and things like that, we have to be extra special careful with those guys in the hot weather. They just can't do that oxygen exchange fast enough. They can overheat very, very, very easily. So be careful about leaving those guys out in warm weather at all. Hot cars are another thing there. Oh, those are your.
See here, I got to show you. Let me see. How do I get it up here? See right there. Piper's in the front and Bailey's in the back. Piper is our dog, and Bailey's in the back. And then we have a little miniature wiener that lives with us, but she'll be moving out with her mom here before too long. And, but when these two get going, she gets right in there with them. She's a yapper.
She doesn't know she's only that big. No.
Okay, so we have water and food.
Yes.
And shade, which I know. My daughter used to have a border collie, and they bought one of those outdoor tents and put it over the runner.
Perfect.
And it was worth $100 investment to keep her safe and cool. As cool as you're going to be.
Absolutely. You know? And I've even told some clients that own the short-nosed breeds, let's get a fan. Let's get a portable fan.
Right.
Put it there. If she likes to lay in the shade, put that fan right on her too, and that will also help keep her cooler. Yeah.
Well, we don't want anything to happen to our animals. I noticed that. Now let's talk about outdoor cats. Of course, they seek their own level. They're kind of like water.
They do. Yeah. You can't put a leash on them. You can't really even contain them.
If you put a leash on a cat, what happens?
I know people that will use harnesses and they can walk their cat.
Right.
Hey, it happens. I know people that can do it. But if you put a harness or a leash on one of my cats, you would probably have like a fish on the end of a wire right there. Yeah, it was no way.
I can tell you that Taz, Tasmanian Devil.
That's good.
Well, I call him Tazaroonie.
Okay.
He doesn't even try to go out the door.
He's
inside so long that he loves being inside. He has his own space.
That's it.
And the beauty about Taz is if you run out of cat food, no problem. He eats
he'll eat the dog
Piper's.
food?
Not a problem. No problem whatsoever.
That's great.
Yeah. So you go buy a 55-pound bag of pedigree and you have pedigree dogs and cats. There you go. Indoor animals, when you're going to leave them alone, what kind of house proofing should you do, Amy?
What I do at my house is I have baby gates up.
Okay.
I keep them from going upstairs or places that they are not supposed to be when we're not home. And I make sure that we have food and water down if we're going to be gone all day. And even my guys will even use those little pee pads too, in case we're
we're not that lucky. Yeah. And the yapper poops in the floor. You just can't do anything about it. You can take her out 20 minutes, hook her up on the thing, leave her out, bring her in. She goes down the steps, boom, there it is.
That's her special spot.
That's her special spot. Yeah. I wish it was your downstairs, not mine. I just wish it was at your house. That's all. So, Amy, what kind of, there's, I'm sure all this is subjective, what I'm going to ask you now. What kind of food do you recommend? Do you recommend puppy food for puppies? And
Absolutely. It's by life stages.
Right.
You've got your puppies, you've got your adults, and then you have your seniors. So there's 3 different stages right there. If your animal or your pet has any specific medical conditions, of course, there's all kinds of different diets for that.
Sure.
But I don't think that any specific grain-free or anything like that has anything to do with, that it's any better than a good premium brand of food in general.
Our dog seems Ginger downtown, and that's a little Chihuahua we got to help with Amy's or Sadie's asthma. And people can say all they want that didn't work, but that's not true.
That's right.
They took it away from Marilyn's brother, and we brought the dog into that house. Of course, it's a very well trained dog. It was a rescue, and in 2 days she no longer exhibited any asthma symptoms. Now, could that be 100% coincidental? Maybe, but I'm convinced it was Ginger the Chihuahua. Okay. But they eat pedigree. It agrees with them. They don't throw it up. The only problem I have with the dogs is keeping them out of the cat litter box. They like the high fat and the protein and
kitty crunchies. Yeah, it's just a great treat.
And the problem is they don't keep it down very long, and you have to shampoo your rug quite often.
Makes that breath smell really
good. It's nice. Only Piper will not lick you. He lick your hands, but he will not give you any kisses whatsoever. But which I'm grateful for. But so again, now with cats, is it stage food as well? Do you have kittens?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, that's what we do with the kitties too. And in general, feeding a long-haired cat something, say for hairball control, is probably a good idea just across the board, because you know how cats groom themselves. They're constantly cleaning and grooming themselves, or they're going to ingest some of that hair. So something that's going to help that move on through instead of sticking around in the stomach and causing hairballs. That's what I recommend is some sort of hairball treatment or built into the food for your long-haired kitties.
Now, you and I both know Jennifer Allen and her her rescues. And I believe I think Tally's gone now, but she's had dogs that were diabetic and they had no bladder control. And now, do blood sugars in animals run at the same level as humans, or?
Actually, probably just a little bit higher. And whenever we do have a diabetic, it's not so much that we so tightly regulate. They have to be within 100 or 60 or whatever. There's no way we could do that. We can keep them that good regulated. Our goal is just to keep them weight maintained and decrease all that extra thirst and urination that they exhibit when they're diabetic.
They do.
Yes.
Yeah, she's quite the connoisseur of those. Those are her baby girls, and that's the way it is.
Let me tell you, she was one of the first clients I ever had when I first graduated from vet school. And when she moved to even then, and I am so happy to see her back in this area. She's wonderful.
At Shelter of Hope or
Safe Harbor.
Safe Harbor, And of course, I've known Jennifer since the 90s when we first had a paper in Flatwoods, and she ran the paper overnight, and she was a newspaper publisher.
I've got a column framed in my office that she did
about you.
Yes.
Boy, that's scary. Amy Bess. We'll be back with Dr. Bess in about 6 minutes. We're going to step away here for a couple commercials, and we're going to let Stanley Stark sing again for us. And we'll be back to close out the show. We thank you for joining us here on the OLBH Greenup Beacon Media Network. Betty Gallion and the Greenup County EMS want you to know the qualified staff is available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For transport, call 833-1515. And for medical emergencies, call 911. Greenup County EMS. When seconds count, accepting Medicaid, private insurance, and private pay. Greenup County EMS.
Choosing the right college is a big decision. Ohio University Southern offers more than 30 degree and certificate programs. Whether you're in Ohio or just across the river in Kentucky or West Virginia, our tuition is a best value in the area. Attend a world-class university and stay close to home with free parking. Ohio University Southern in Ironton and Proctorville. Imagine your possibilities. Enroll today. Visit ohio.edu Southern or call 740-533-4600.
A good neighbor right next door, assisting them with light and so much more. It's the Hoopers.
Hi, I'm Julie Reeves. You're watching GreenupBeacon.com, a member of the Beacon Media Group.
The force, it's got a lot of power, and it makes me feel like that.
Now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway. Much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew, but through it all, when there was doubt, I ate up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did my way. Yes, it was my
The reason why I love the chiropractor is when I first come in, I go get on a rolling chair. It has little rollers and you lay down and it does them in your sore spots, upper and lower back. And when I get and there's sticky things that they put on your back. They feel so good because you feel a little tingle and it feels good. And after your first time, it's your best friend. The thing I love about being at Dr. Whitaker's office when he pops me and cracks me is when after he pops me in my sore spots and it feels great.
Our emphasis has always been on first-name friendly service with a hometown touch. We know you, and you know us. Hometown people helping each other grow. We're here to serve all your banking needs. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for the opportunities it holds for growth, learning, and enjoyment, and for the time to share with others. I pray for peace and joy in mind, body, and spirit, and for the hope of this day. In your name, amen.
There are a couple things I want to do here, Amy. First, we did not talk about your husband.
Okay.
Are you still married, or did you push him out the door?
He's hanging in there with me. It'll be 27 years in July.
Let's see, how old are your shoes, bud? Yeah, okay.
Got reptiles or not?
Yeah, I got you.
But he teaches high school out at Sims Valley over in Ohio. Yeah.
So?
He's a retired coach. He used to be a basketball coach
Right.
and track coach from years and years ago.
Does he miss it, you think?
Yes. Yes, because he, coaches Katie, every
well,
game and every.
Well, yeah, I hear him.
Yeah. So that's
right.
Dad. For
Maybe
you.
I ought to like him someday. It's kind of like some of the other dads over there. Emma Ison's dad, I remember, gets a little loud once in a while. And, although Emma's going off into greater things. What a smart girl she is. One of the valedictorians. And,
I tell you, I have loved that Katie has been able to play sports with her.
I think one of the real things that I'm finding about Russell, it's the interaction of the children on the teams and in the hallways. It kind of rubs off if somebody's good in something that Katie's not, and she hangs around with them. She at least gets an introduction to it.
Absolutely,
it really does. So.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna close out this show today by first saying that Jordan says hello to you, and He'll probably watch the show 2 or 3 times. He normally will critique me and let me know what I left out. You know.
Okay.
And but let's talk about the animal clinic.
Okay.
The name of it is
Bellefonte Animal Clinic, and we are right there behind the AAA building.
And that's in Russell.
In Russell,
If you don't know where the AAA is, you do know where the main branch of First and People's Bank is, across from the Clark's Marathon.
That's it.
And she opened her clinic there primarily because she could get a drink by walking across the street.
That's it.
That's why I had my paper in Doc Scott's building out in Flatwoods, where Rite Aid is.
Yeah.
Bill Burns is BP. I could just walk over there.
Well, sure.
Now, the only night I didn't play the pick 5, they picked my 5 numbers. My wife called up and said, "Did you play the lottery?" I said, "No, I didn't have time today." And she says, "You're going to faint." Sure enough.
No.
I didn't win the 100,000. I did it every day. Yeah.
Oh, no.
I try to blame it on Bud, but he won't take the blame on that. So, and your hours at the clinic?
We open at 7:30 in the morning, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, and then we close at 6 Monday through Friday, and at 1 on Saturdays. And it's me primarily there. I'm the main vet, the only vet there, except for when Russell has a break, or if I'm off to Wisconsin with the science
Or you go on
team.
senior trips.
Yeah, senior trips with Rob's school. Then we have a relief vet, Dr. Ruth Bowl, comes and fills in for me there.
So now, if they come in and they want to talk to the doctor, you try to work them in so that you can talk to them.
Absolutely. Yeah, we take appointments, but walk-ins we will try to work in.
Right.
We also offer drop-off. Like a lot of people really like that. Our teachers that can drop their pet off early in the morning before school starts.
Right.
We'll check in with us when they get a break, and we'll let them know what's going on. They pick them up after school. It works great. It's a win-win
do you
situation.
house?
We board for
board.
we board them like for vacations and things like that.
Right.
Absolutely.
And what kind of charge do you have? Don't ask you.
Don't ask me.
Forget it.
I have
That's
an
just like
office
when I asked
manager
MJ
and-
how much something is.
I really
I don't
don't
know.
I
You
don't
know.
I don't know.
So
you can just ask Diane. She's the office manager. She runs the show there.
And the phone number is 606
836-9933. We are on Facebook, and we also have our website, bellefontevet.com.
And your Facebook page is it Bellefonte?
Yes, Bellefonte Animal Clinic.
Okay. Well, Amy, thank you for coming on. If you have questions for Amy, she also has a Facebook page, or you can email through the website and they'll get back to you. Feel free to stop and see her or any of the quality vets we have in our area. I know this much, that animals are very important to a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And actually, there's more money spent on pets and pet food than there is on guns each year. And we're not getting into that, so we're going to say this. Amy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And I hope to have you on again in the future.
Okay, thank you.
Bud, we're going to take next week off. We'll not have a show. We'll upload one of those shows where you mix up from the past, because I'll be out of town, and we'll be back here on, I believe it'll be the 25th maybe. See, today is, what's today?
Today's the
11th, 18th, 25th. We'll be back here on May the 25th. Also coming up on greenupbeacon.com and greenupbeacon2.com are graduation exercises from Greenup County on the 20th, from Raceland on the 23rd, and the 28th on Russell. Amy Bess will be a sponsor for all of that too. She gets that along with, we'll be on with the district tournaments at Raceland for softball and baseball. Amy, we appreciate your support of our business, and we'll do our best to support yours.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone, and thanks for joining us here on the OLBH Greenup Beacon Media Network.